Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Real Estate with Ryan. So excited to be with you on a weekend. Having fun in the studios. Always a good time to be with you guys. Talking my favorite topic. That's real estate. Hope everybody's doing well. It's the weekend, so it's always a good thing. I know you're busy like us. So much going on with the kiddos and work. And of course, you go home to your real job. And like me, I have a honey-do list, honey-do that list. I mean, it's like the weekends you think you get to kick back. But don't worry, guys. We're within weeks of football time in East Tennessee. So when you got that honey-do list, let's knock that out before it's football time. Because there's no honey-do list when it's game time, East Tennessee, baby. Couple weeks, the Vols will be live in action. Speaking of the Vols, make sure you're following all of our social media pages. I know the weeks are going by so quickly, so busy over here. But make sure you like, subscribe, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. Big following on Twitter. Make sure you follow there. All you got to do is like, subscribe, and share. You're going to see a post coming out in the next couple days, and we're going to talk about home tickets. We're going to give them away as we've done every year for the last couple of years. All you have to do is like, subscribe, and share. And you're going to the game. Hope to see you there. It'll be a fun year. We're giving away a lot of cool stuff. You'll have to stay tuned. The key is stay tuned to the social media channels to see what's going on. But we're going to have a fun time. It's going to be a great time this year. And everybody's super pumped up about football. I want to start talking about real estate, but, my wife's like, hey, everybody's excited about football this year. I mean, everybody is super excited. I think there's a lot of energy in the room, and it's going to be a great year. So great to be a Vol. Great to be in East Tennessee. Any new clientele or buyers that have relocated from other states, we welcome you. I always tell all my clients, get you some orange. You're going to need it. We're going to use it this fall. When in Rome, do as Rome does. All right. Even if you don't like the color orange, it will grow on you. We've got some smoky gray. We've got some white. It all blend on you. Anyway, so busy week in real estate. As you know, seems like we're talking about the same topics. The rates, 7.4%, 30-year fixed, highest we've seen in a while. Actually, last year this time, something that came on the news just a little while ago for the show, we're at 4.99. Big difference, right? A lot of inflation, things going on like that, consumer spending. Inventory in the Knoxville DMA market, still low, about 3,500 homes on the market. So we still have an opportunity. Nick and I were chatting a little bit before the show, but just because there's 3,500 homes in the market doesn't mean that everybody could afford those homes. So, you're seeing a little bit of the adjustments in the marketplace. Sellers are having to understand that they're going to do certain things that they didn't have to do 2 years ago. Buyers have an opportunity now that I think is just phenomenal that we haven't seen in a while. But still now they're borrowing money, right? And so we're borrowing money and, it's a little bit higher. But, real estate is so important. We always say, well, do I buy now or wait? So many people want to time the market perfectly. It's kind of like the stock market. And it's, although the stock market moves at rapid pace, real estate market is, traditionally a longer period of cycles. It takes 6 months of a cycle before you start seeing kind of trends across the board. So although it's slower, sometimes the movement can be just as quick. Perfect example. We just had a property listed around Union County on the market, sold right away. And then right activity. Have another one that's on the market a couple of weeks. So you just don't know. Each pockets of the market. I was talking to a great agent the other day, and I said, this year is kind of like what we haven't seen in a long time. It's one of those, 2023? It's one of those years where you just don't know. But that's okay. We kind of get that. Once we've come from a market that we know cycles go in peaks and valleys, right? And this market's going to go in peaks and valleys. And we're in one of those things where in August, we're gearing up to the fall. Kiddos went back to school, and there's so much going on, and the interest rates are there. So you're going to see a little bit of buyer activity slower. But we're expecting our fall to kind of be really strong. I always say, I was talking about it last time on the radio. I said, East Tennessee, it's like football's in the air. So much is going on. We just see a lot of economic growth, a lot more new people coming in the area. A lot of people come up to the Smokies as we go into the fall. And so we just see a lot of activity that I foresee towards the end of the year is going to be a great close of the fourth quarter. So you guys stay tuned. We'll see. You never really know, but A lot of energy here in the market, the real estate market, regardless of what the news says. But our show is a great show. Hope you enjoyed it. I thought it was kind of timing perfect. Although the interest rates are not where you want to be, should I refinance my home, pull equity out, or should I sell? And so that's the topic today. We're going to refinance or sell, even with an interest rate that's a little bit higher than what we've seen. But we're getting to the position now where we say, well, maybe we need to take some cash out. Maybe my home was on the market, Ryan. I'm just going to plan to stay here and I'm going to keep it. So all those kind of things come into play. We're going to discuss that and so much more with Real Estate with Ryan. Got some congrats before we start the show. Captain's Cove and Sunset out there. Bay, beautiful property, waterfront, new lakefront lot, community, great HOA out there. Want to check that property out? Lot 188, Captain's Cove. We got a new listing, 1213 Carter Drive, Jeff County. Brand new renovations, new sunroom, new kitchen. The bath is an absolute masterpiece with the tiled shower. He's even got like a crawfoot tub in the corner. It's really, really cool feature where he's got kind of like a rain shower coming up from top. I thought it was a really great design. We sold him that house a couple of years ago, and the renovations he did, I was really, really impressed. So make sure you check that property out on Carter's Drive. And then 3247 Wrights Ferry Road, Blount County in Louisville. It's a multi-family property. Great opportunity, make some improvements, and probably increase cash flow there. Great opportunity there. 602 Only Way, new price. Check that out. 148 Delph Lane. Make sure you check out that property in Morrisburg. And then 438 Old Lead Mine Bend. That's tongue tie, right? New property there. Waterfront property. Used to be an old cabin, fishing cabin. Actually is a 6-bedroom and has an additional lot, almost 1.26 acres. So make sure you check that out. Ridge Circle. Congrats. Under contract. Cub Drive closed. Congrats to our great clients. Going to be helping them find something as well. So been busy, regardless of the interest rates. Your hometown experts over here working, as I know a lot of you guys are wanting in this market, kind of knowing where to go. And I say, well, I have a lot of clients that we work on a daily basis. And you say, well, should I refinance, Ryan? Maybe I'm just going to pull it off the market. And we're going to talk about that. Should I refinance? Every time the Federal Reserve drops the interest rates, people talk about refinancing. I think, when the interest rates were really, really, really low, one of my lenders, I won't say any names, great friend of mine, and I couldn't get him on the phone. He's so busy. All the applications, you guys remember that? The applications were just coming in. I go, hey, where's he at? I can't reach him. Finally, I said, hey, man, you just must be making too much money over there. You can't even call me back, man. My feelings were hurt. But anyway, during the refinance boom, he wasn't the only one, right? Everybody was, everybody was rate term refinancing. But that's not always a good thing. Now, as the interest rates are up, the business is not there. But there's still a lot of people who are taking advantage of pulling equity out and using it as a refinance. Question is, the higher the interest rates, the less the refinance. But an opportunity, depending if you have a fixed rate mortgage or maybe you have an adjustable rate mortgage. Sometimes right now we have some 3-2-1 ARMs where they gradually decrease, or gradually increase depending on what type of product that you have. All those are a lot of different products and some reason why you may want to refinance. But we want to understand that when you refinance, there's always cost involved. Unlike some products that the government offers, like FHA and VA, they offer really kind of a cool program. I don't think it gets enough headwind in the news media because, typical refinance, you're going to find out that the refinance itself with anything has associated cost. And the rule of thumb is probably going to be about 3 to 4% of your loan amount is going to be for a refinance. So if you have a $300,000 loan, you're going to have about $9,000 minimum in closing costs because they make you, you set up all the taxes, got to reset up the insurance, and we got to call something called points, and then we call discount points, and then we got appraisal fees, and we got commitment and title search and all this stuff. And it's a laundry list of things that you have to pay, but those are all included in your refinance cost. So you have to really kind of weigh that as what we're going to talk about as we go into the second half of the show. Is all the costs and fees going to make sense I'm going to sell my home in a year or two anyway? Or say, hey, Ryan, I'm going to wait this out and when the next president gets in, we're just going to change it out and we're just going to sell it then. So then maybe refinance might not be the right decision for you. When you switch from an adjustable rate mortgage to a fixed product, sometimes there's a lot of opportunity to do that, because with that opportunity, you don't really know where the interest rates are going to go. We could go to 8 or 9. And then so those may put a lot of people affordability factor where we talk about time in the market and so much more. Hey, we're coming on a break. Stay with us. We got more with Real Estate with Ryan.
The real estate market is changing every day. You need to know your home's value in today's market. Text your home address to 290-2290 for an instant, no-obligation home evaluation. That's 865-290-2290. And remember, when you're ready to sell, we have a guaranteed sale program to get you in your next home stress-free. Trust your hometown experts. We've helped thousands of people just like you.
Knoxville and East Tennessee. The region is known for its rolling hills, rivers, and lakes. There's no better place to work, live, or raise a family. Home is where your story begins. Buying or selling your home is a big decision, and you need a real estate team you can trust.
I'm Ryan Coleman with Hometown Realty, your hometown experts. Whether you're buying or selling a home, let us develop a winning game plan for you.
Hometown Realty is East Tennessee's #1 real estate group and a proud sponsor of the Vols.
All right, we're back at it in the studios. Thank you for staying tuned. You tuning in for the first time. I always got to say this. Say, hey, who's that guy on the radio? What's that guy's name? Yeah. Name's Ryan Coleman, Hometown Realty. We do this show. I tell you, every week we do this little show called Real Estate with Ryan, where we talk about how great East Tennessee is, right? Vol Nation, everybody here in this area, and how we're proud to live here, work here, and raise a family. We love it, love our community, some of the best in the country. We do this show just so you can get an idea of kind of the difference between different agents out there, what our company offers. And we're always focusing on you guys, always focusing on you, how we can help you. I've been doing it 24 years, going on 25. It's kind of hard to believe. Right out of college. And I was with a young lady yesterday. She said, sweetheart, she was like, well, she was relating to something that kind of was like, well, you probably don't have to do this, or and that kind of thing. I was like, I really like to do this. It's what I do. I couldn't be blessed to do anything else that I prefer doing. I get to meet people, as business owner guys, or you guys that work, there's always pros and cons of your job, no matter what you do. You like certain things. I'm not a fan of the paperwork or certain things, but you got to do the parts you do. But I really do love meeting people out here in East Tennessee, different people. And as you know, we serve kind of a wide range. We cover about an hour and a half out of Knoxville. Our radio show reaches so many different people. Our marketing reaches across the state. And so we just have a lot of people reaching out to us that need help. And we have a big heart. Don't want to turn anybody down. And of course, we got a lot of Vol fans out there, man. We got Vol Nation. So, we got your back. And so we appreciate you so much for following Real Estate with Ryan on the radio. I know April sends all the love. Appreciate you guys. Means the world. If we can ever do anything, you just let us know. I know you'll see us around town. May even see us down here at Neyland Stadium. And that is coming in the week. We got a 60-second Vol update. We'll make it quick. Drum roll, please. All right, we got 60-second Vols. Not going to have much to talk about other than it's 4 weeks to football in East Tennessee time. September 5th, Bristol, UVA, big game. You guys going? I don't know. I haven't decided. I think we're going. If we didn't get tickets, we better get them quickly because it's going to be sold out. And then we're going to have our first home game. Make sure you check us out. We've got so much going on. Check us out on social media. What else? Oh, did I tell you? Joe Milton, autographed footballs, some swag, the #1 quarterback. Okay, definitely. Make sure you follow us. We got so much going on. Again, like, subscribe, and share. Hometown Realty, Ryan Coleman, Hometown Realty. Catch our channels. That's all you got to do. We're going to give it away. Hope you guys enjoy. And that is our 60-second Vol update. Hometown Realty, proud sponsor of the Vols. A lot going on. But it's a good thing. It's a good thing to not have anything going on. So we're busy. That means we're hopefully doing something right. So we're coming back from the first half of the show. And we were saying, should I refinance or should I sell? What makes sense in this market? In a hot market, we saw where everybody was just lowering interest rates, the refinance, the boom was as I told you guys, I couldn't get my lender to call me back. I didn't even talk to him for like a year. I didn't know even, he laughed. Like, I don't even know. He talked to me all the time. And it's like, hey, I guess these guys are just real busy. But I give him a hard time. But that was the vibe, right? It was a weird feeling. The rates were the lowest we've ever seen in decades. Some of them were at 2.7. I believe one of my clients got a rate of, it was a doctor that we were working with. I think he said 2.1 or 1.9. It was ridiculous. And obviously those have changed a little bit, right? So as that changes, does it make sense for you guys to either put your home up on the market now and sell or not? There's nothing wrong with the refinance, especially with the height of interest rates going up. You've got some concerns, or is the market going to implode? Well, anything's possible. So maybe the safe bet is to refinance. And that old saying is you could always come back and refinance at a later date. We were talking on the first half, we're talking about our products of our FHA and VA, right, Nick? And those opportunity. And I like those refinance options. Let me tell you why those are my number one choice. So if any of you guys have a FHA or a VA loan, if you're going to do a refinance, it makes sense to do a rate term refinance with them. Closing costs are very, very minimum. With the streamlined refinance, a lot of times they're not even qualifying on credit or income, which is a big factor. And then same time is the costs are probably a fraction. Let's just say a $300,000 loan. Typical closing cost on that would be, let's say 3%. So you're looking at $9,000. On a VA refinance or a FHA refinance, your fees may be $1,000, $1,200. And don't quote me to the penny, guys, but a big, big difference on using our government FHA VA streamline. So those are opportunities there to think about if you're going to refinance. Another opportunity is to shorten the length of your mortgage. So those are one of those things that most people, and even the lenders, right, in the business don't really talk about. So typically you're going to get a 30-year loan. 30-year loan means you're going to have it for 30 years. Nothing complicated there. But it does mean that you're going to pay a lot of interest to the bank. Typically on a 30-year mortgage, you're going to pay double if you stay there the whole time what the house is worth. So that $300,000 house, it's going to cost you $600,000. They don't tell you that. It's not in the fine print. But unfortunately, that's the truth if you look at the amortization schedule and kind of do some math on that. So anytime that you can shorten your length on your loan is a good thing. Now, you've got all kinds of opportunities. We talk to clients that sometimes aren't able to do the 15-year or maybe just not comfortable doing a 15-year term. Well, we've got that option where you can always pay, be diligent, right? Set up a self-payment of one payment a year, and that one payment to principal every year, if you can be disciplined, we'll cut it down to 17 years. So there is options with the advantage. I think one of the biggest advantages is what we talk about now with everything costing so much. Cost of inflation, everything's here. Am I better to have the 30 or the 15? The flexibility with the 30 is that if something went crazy and for some reason I couldn't catch that principal payment that year, then you know what? You're covered. You have the lesser payment of your house payment. Where with the 15-year, that payment is typically $700 or $800 more than the 30-year mortgage. So those are the pros and cons. And then the only way to get rid of a 15-year, kind of the negative approach, is guess what? You got to refinance and then go backwards to a 30-year mortgage. Not something that we would recommend doing, but sometimes that happens. And of course, it's obviously not a best time where the interest rates are a little bit higher. So when is refinancing a bad idea? Obviously some ideas that would not be the best choice for your money would be if you're getting a new car. Don't want to refinance to pull money out for a new car. Paying off credit card bills, not ideally the way to do. Remodeling your kitchen or any other part of your property. Rolling up other debt, credit cards, student loans, medical, would not be the best idea for money. I know it's offered out there, but it's ideally not. Wiping out your home equity, aka the part that you paid, your home was already paid for to buy a new one, and new stuff, put your home at risk, unfortunately, especially if you lose your job or to have other money issues. And as much as you may not like the cramped kitchen, sometimes the old kitchen still works, and you can work on that down the road as a goal list. Now, obviously, there's some times where people are having harder times. What do you do if you can't pay your mortgage? Well, there's also different opportunities, states, nonprofits, and different things, and financial assistance programs that can help you if you do run into that issue. When to refinance making sense? That's a personal decision. Each one's going to make sense. What you want to do is do a cost analysis. Make it very simple. You want to take down exactly what you've got there as your interest rate, run an amortization schedule, look at it, look at your payments, and then see how long you're going to live in the home. Do that break flow or kind of that break even analysis and see if it makes sense. Now, does it make sense if you're going to sell in the next couple of years? Maybe why not sell now? Rates are a little bit higher, but there's still a lot of buyers that are looking in East Tennessee. And we will continue to see a large amount of people purchase from other states. Just got another call from somebody from New Jersey yesterday. Kind of sad scenario. Been there 20, 25 years. He's like, Ryan, I'm leaving. I'm out. I said, I understand. And so there's change. What that means is an opportunity if you could refinance your house, or you could put the home now on our inventory level where it's really, really, really low and have an opportunity to sell. So next year, we're not worrying about refinancing. We're not have extra cost. We can take advantage of the marketplace where we're at now. Because in this market, as we close the second half or third half quarter of the year, going into the fourth, there's going to be a lot of buyers looking for homes, a lot of relocation. We're one of the top states in the country where people are relocating to. So you want, and that old saying, if you're not on the market, they don't know you for sale, is an opportunity. So you as a personal decision, you and your family have to make the decision. What we want to do is always be here to help you. Whether you're refinancing or selling, we could always lay out a plan that makes sense for both you and your family. And if you're purchasing, looking at that market too, kind of see what the purchase price there is and kind of that rollover effect, see if that helps kind of look at the total picture. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Always love being with you guys. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you back next week. Take care.